Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Tuesday, April 5th. We have a 12-game slate, I believe. 12-game slate. We're going to start with DraftKings. We're going to start with point guard. We're going to just basically try to run through it as efficiently as possible because it's the last week of the regular season, and we know that a lot of players aren't going to play, and it's going to be a lot of last minute changes and all that good stuff. So we're not going to go too crazy. Just get some type of core going, and then wait for news, wait for starting lineups, and like I said in my previous video. So let's jump in. We're going to start with point guard. Murray's out. Trey Young. 10-8 against Toronto. Should be a close game. 10-8 is fine. Irving at 10-6 against Houston. Everybody's going to be worried about a blowout. It should be. I guess you got to play a few lineups. Play them in, one or two lineups and hope they don't blow them out and get benched. That's the best I could tell you. Harden against Indiana. Another game that could go into a blowout. Another game that your star Harden could be at risk of getting benched early by blowing these fools out. Indiana's been getting blown out by everyone, so don't play Harden in every lineup and just be careful. Garland's in play at 96. Booker's in play at 93. Great matchup against the Lakers. Maybe the Lakers might play a little bit tough. But the Lakers are just a bad team, so I don't know if you want to play for a blowout with them, but slightly a possibility. If AD and Westbrook are playing, the game might be a little bit closer, but the Lakers have not stopped anyone all year. So LaMelo, 92 against Miami, in play. If they play Halliburton, he's in play at 9K. Drew Holiday, 88, he's in play. McCollum, Westbrook. Westbrook is, you probably want Westbrook with one of AD or LeBron out. You get him by himself, the whole team sucks. You get him with AD or Braun, at least he has someone to pass to, someone to help him out. So I prefer Westbrook with one of AD or LeBron. Porter and Jaylen Green have been playing better. They play the most minutes on the team. Not a bad play at 8,300. Chris Paul's in play. Van Vliet's in play. Davion, 7,900, he's in play. Jaylen Green is in play. Maledon, Rozier, LeVert, Hero, Brandon Williams, as long as he starts. Max, he's in play. I don't like Russell like that. The big three in Minnesota, you don't know exactly who's going to go off, and you're paying $6,400 for a guy that might give you 25 fantasy points. $33, $17, $22, $35, $44. Hard to call. If you're playing many lineups, you could play him in one or two. Conley had a good game. You know, 29, 24, 28, 20, 48 fantasy points. There we go. That's NBA for you. I definitely faded him next slate. Definitely burned me. It's all good though. Tyus Jones is in play. If Lowry's out, Hero gets a bump. No Cole Anthony for me. No one from Orlando. Any team that's trying to tank, I'd stay away from. Clarkson is in play. Melton's in play. Oladipo starting to look like him, but too many fantasy players in Miami to justify playing him. 25 minutes, 27 minutes. And he actually takes away from Hero. But if Lowry is out, Oladipo can be, 2% of your lineups. Malik Monk, if there's no Braun, a few lineups. This is actually how you got to play DFS this week. Don't go all in on anyone, because no one is really safe. A good team could blow out another team. The stars could get benched. A bad team, a star could get benched because they're tanking, like we saw in Detroit. Everybody could get got. No one's safe. So play who you're gonna play, but don't play them in all your lineups. All right, that's how you got to play this week. Monte Morris, Bones Highland, they're in play. Beverly. Satoransky's an okay play. No faults for me. No Graham for me. I think that's about it for now. Until we get news, everybody else is irrelevant. Kyrie's in play. Donovan Mitchell's in play. Middleton's in play. Ingram's in play. Levine. Bane. If Dillon Brooks plays, he's in play. If Dillon Brooks is out, Bane, Melton, Tyus Jones gets a bump. Will Barton's been playing better in play. Gary Trent's in play. Vassal's in play. With no Murray. Herder was absolute trash his last slate. Should bounce back. Aaron Wiggins is in play. No Trey Mann. Lindsey Waters, if he starts, he's in play. Max Strus has been starting. If it helps your lineup, $4,300. If that's your last man in, not the end of the world. And everybody else irrelevant unless we get news of some sorts. Giannis. If Giannis plays, expect him to play. Expect him to get his full numbers as he is in contention for the scoring title. Durant's in play. Not sure how many minutes he's going to play that he's facing Houston. Same situation with Irving. If LeBron plays, he's definitely trying to get the scoring title, so I expect him to play almost full minutes. Middleton gets a bump if Giannis is out. Let me just check what this says about him. His knee's probable, so we don't know. Butler's in play. Miles Bridges is in play. Edwards is another one like Russell. He could give you 30, not even 30. He could give you 25 or he could give you 45. Last games 26, 41, 44, 41, and 52. So he's been taking a lot of shots. He's been shooting decent, but he's been doing a little bit of everything else: rebounds, assists, blocks, steals. So Anthony Edwards looks like he's got his act together. Barnes is in play. Popochevsky's in play. Buddy Hield is in play because of the minutes and his shots. Aaron Gordon's been playing better. Harrison Barnes is in play. Brissett. Whoever starts for Indiana is in play, especially with the big men. If it's Goga or Brissett, if it's Jaylen Smith, whatever combination, whoever starts, they're in play. DiVincenzo's in play. Bogdan is in play if he's healthy. OG's in play. Mikal Bridges is an okay play. I prefer Gary Trent. I prefer OG. Once Booker's playing, Mikal doesn't you know, he's not that scoring threat as he would be if Booker was not in. So I prefer. He's an okay play, but I'd pass on him. No Wagner as he plays for Orlando. Not messing with them. Markin is in play. Bruce Brown's in play. Avdia if you need last man in. Keon Johnson if he starts. DeAndre Hunter at 4,800 if he starts. Josh Christopher at 4,600. Last man in. Horde for OKC if he starts. So that's about it. And Thibault if he starts at 3,700. Listen, he doesn't shoot a lot, but he hits value. He finds ways to hit value, so don't shy away from him because he's not a shooter. Sometimes you get a low salary player that helps you get the lineup that you want. You know, those Jokic lineups, those Giannis lineups. So they do have use. And if you ever do lineup review and you watch the winning lineups, they always have some low salary guy in there that got 15, 16, 70 fantasy points. So please don't dismiss what I'm saying because I know what I'm saying. Did we do power forward? That was power forward we just did? No, that was small forward. Okay. Siakam's in play. DeRozan, Porzingis. See, Porzingis is healthy now. He's on Washington, huh? See how that works? Miles Bridges is absolutely in play at 77. Jaren Jackson's in play. I not play Portis if Giannis is playing. Tobias Harris is an okay play. Isaiah Roby, Sengun, Kellen Johnson, all in play. Trey Lyles, hit or miss with him. He's going to start, play 30 minutes, but you never know what you're going to get out of him. Don't play him in every lineup. PJ Washington's in play. Jaylen Smith is actually, let me tell you about Jaylen Smith because I'm going to recommend him, but he does come off the bench. Jaylen Smith is, where are you, buddy? Jaylen Smith. Hold on. Jaylen Smith is a 1.06 fantasy point per minute player. I only have him projected for 21 minutes, so it's not really a good play. But let's say he got 24, 25, 26 minutes, then he becomes a better play. But 1 or 2% of your lineups. Don't go crazy. He's not the worst player in the world. Like I said, he's a 1.06 fantasy point per minute player. So, Herbert Jones is in play as long as he starts. Let's see. If Isaiah Jackson at 40 playing, Brandon Clark's in play. If Terry Taylor starts for some reason. Let's see. Anybody else pops up. Garuba. 30 minutes to 15 minutes, so he's not in play. If AD sits, AD sits and they start Stanley Johnson, he is viable. Where is he? Stanley Johnson, right here. So if AD sits, they start Stanley Johnson, he's viable. But if not, then you could fade him. I'm pretty sure AD's gonna play. Center, Jokic is always a lock. And B's in play, looking for MVP and the scoring championship scoring champion. Towns is in play. AD's in play. You know, it's a pity that he can't stay on the court, because even at 60%, this guy is better than most players. But what are you gonna do? AD plays, he's in play at 9K. Good price. Porzingis is healthy. Porzingis is in play. Valanciunas is in play against Sacramento. Gobert's in play against Memphis. Adebayo, Vooch, Eubanks, Jared Allen might come back. Ayton's in play. Drummond's in play. Pirtle's in play, but I think I'm done with him for the rest of the year. He just doesn't play enough minutes. Damian Jones is in play. Capella's in play. Mo Bamba's in play, believe it or not. Steven Adams is in play, because they're going to need him to play Gobert. And if Mobley doesn't play, then you can fire up Moses Brown. $4,800 starting center. So he's played 21, 26, 30, and 20 minutes in the last 4 games. 22, 34, 35, and 23 fantasy points last 4 games. So he's not a bad play. Remember, he's $4,800, so that'll be value. So let's get 5 guys going, and let's hit Fanduel. Roby against Portland. Actually, let's do Eubanks. Eubanks against OKC. And then run that back with Roby against Portland. And then we do Braun, looking for the score. Then we go Booker against LA. Look at that. Then we top it off with, let's see who we could pull from OKC. Actually, I'll take OKC and Portland. Let's see. Maladon's not going to work. Chris Dunn. It's not going to work for what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's fine. So let's find a salary point guard. We're not going to be able to play this in a contest because it's not going to work out. Oh, it's going to be Trey Jones. That's going to be my point guard. Trey Jones. So I like these 5 guys: Eubanks, Roby, James, Booker, and Jones. I like Jones for his price, starting point guard. I like Booker for his matchup. I like James because you know he's going to be going for his numbers. I like Roby. Again, I like the matchup for Roby, and I like the matchup for Eubanks. Now, you obviously can't play all 5 of these together because you're not going to be able to find 3 spots for 3,700. But, you know, you take out Roby, maybe not Roby, take out Eubanks, put in a low salary center. You can figure it out. But I just like these 5 guys. So I know when some people try to take my core and build them into lineups and they don't fit, they get upset. So I'm just, you know, letting you know this is not a lineup. These are 5 guys that I like. So, alright, we're going to jump into Fanduel. If you're new here, welcome. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. And if there's anybody here that don't have time to deal with that NBA bullshit during the day, and you need help with lineups, You can check out my Patreon, links in the description. Basically, I do all the heavy lifting. I build out the lineups right before lock, update it, send them out to you, and you know, you don't have to lift a finger on your end. So with that being said, we're gonna jump into Fanduel. Start at point guard. Got Young, Ball, Garland. They all look fine. Better at 9K. Holiday 86 is okay. Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell. Well, Donovan Mitchell looks great at 83. Halliburton looks fine. Porter looks good. Paul looks great against the Lakers. West looks decent. Davion, that is. They look fine. Brandon Williams is okay. Just make sure he starts. Maladon, Jalen Green, those three look amazing. Tyus Jones is gonna look good. Look even better without Dillon Brooks if Lowry is out. He could play. Butler gets a bump. Hero gets a bump. Oladipo gets a little bump. Melton's in play. No faults. Conley decided to show up, so I guess he's in play now. Clarkson's in play. Maxey, Russell, Highland, Monte Morris. Caruso, a few lineups, and Trey Jones. Trey Jones is going to be my play tonight, so yeah, that's about it. So we're going to jump to shooting guard. Harden looks good at 98. Garland looks fine. DeRozan, Booker, McCollum, all good. Butler looks great at 76. Milton, Levine, Anthony Edwards, Bane, all in play. Hero looks great at 63. Monk is in play. I'd prefer Braun to be out to play Monk. Bruce Brown is in play. Buddy Hield's in play. DiVincenzo's in play. Levert's in play. Caldwell Pope's in play. Herbert's in play. Vassell. If they start Justin Anderson, go for it. Whoever they start for Indiana, they're viable. So if it's Anderson, go for it. If it's Taylor, go for it. Gary Trent's in play. Lindy Waters, if he starts, go for it. Remember, last week of the regular season, don't put all your eggs in one basket, please. Struss, if he starts, he's in play. Christopher's in play. Aaron Wiggins, if he starts, he's in play. He's in play regardless. OKC's shorthanded. $16 minutes for Gordon Hayward. I don't even know why he came back. He's not in play until I know he's playing real minutes. Keon Johnson's in play. I think that's about it for now. Let's go to small forward. Giannis, Durant, James all in play. Ingram's in play. Miles Bridges is in play at 79. Calvin Johnson's in play, been playing much better. No Tobias for me. Scotty Barnes is in play. O'Shea Brissett is in play. He's definitely starting. Mikal Bridges, not a bad play, just not for me. Will Barton, we spoke about him. Jetty, I'm not sure if Jetty had a few good games or one good game, but I know he was playing one game. He was looking decent. Okay, I guess that was the 31st. Yeah, Jetty's not for me. I'm sorry. Markkinen's in play. Barnes is in play. Bojan at 5K is in play. Jalen Horde, if he starts, is in play. My man went from 40 minutes to 23 minutes. Oh, Povachevsky's healthy, so no Horton. He's not going to start, so we don't got to worry about that. Hunter, hot scoring like 1% in your lineup because he's not a good play, but he's $4,500 starting small forward. That's about it. That's about it for now until we get more news. Siakam, Porzingis, Bam, AD, Eubanks, Kellen Johnson, Roby, Jarrett Allen, So what I meant to say in the DraftKings part was that if Jarrett Allen doesn't play, fire up Moses Brown, not Mobley, Jarrett Allen. That's what I meant. I said Mobley though. Povachevsky's healthy. He looks good at 61. Aaron Gordon, Jaren Jackson, Sengun. No, Portis is better at 56 on Fanduel, but not if Giannis is playing. Bobby Portis is gonna come off the bench, and I don't want to pay 56 for that. Kevin Love. Kevin Love hasn't been putting up the numbers that he was doing in the beginning of the season, so I'll pass on him. PJ Washington's in play. Trey Jones is in play. Jaylen Smith at 5K is decent. If Gallinari is out, the wings get a bump. That's Bogdan, that's Hunter, that's Herder. They all get a bump. Isaiah Jackson, if he starts, he's in play. Brandon Clark. And that's it until we get more news. Jokic, Embiid, Gobert, Cat, Vooch, Pirtle, 1% in your lineup. Drummond's in play, gonna have 30 rebounds against Houston. That's if they keep him in. Ayton and Capella, all in play. Steven Adams in play. Damian Jones in play. Mo Bamba in play at 5,400. And Moses Brown if there's no Jarrett Allen. I think that's where we stop. And Brook Lopez isn't a bad play. If you're playing many lineups, you want to play Brook Lopez in one. He's not a bad play. And if you're absolutely desperate and you have a fire lineup with $3,800 left at center, you can fire up Mason Plumlee. He's not going to play a lot of minutes, but it's definitely a player you could play in a tournament. So let's pick up 5 guys and let's get out of here. Let's start with Trey Jones, so I can get my value out the way. So we got 3,700 point guard. Going back to Booker. Going back to Braun. Power forward. $600. And at center. Now, probably not going to be able to play all these guys together. But I do like Cat. Cat looks good for his price. I like Eubanks. Against OKC. Center's been destroying OKC all season. That still leaves you with 52 if you want to get real cute and try to fit some stuff in here. But this is what I like. I like Eubanks, I like AD, I like LeBron, I like Booker, and I like Trey Jones. So that's the end of the video. Hope this helps you. Try to, go through this as best as possible, because I know it's going to be a rough DFS, but we'll do what we can. Listen, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell on your way out, thumbs up, and I'll be back shortly with a Yahoo video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao.